Hi, and welcome back. It's good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good today. I'm able to look out my window and see the trees beginning to blossom, which is very encouraging. It's good to see life coming back here in the frozen tundra of eternal winter, seemingly. But isn't that nice, knowing that no matter how long a period of time is where we feel lifeless and desolate and cold, that it isn't forever. And that's something that I've been contemplating. It's frightening sometimes to think about our temporal nature. I know that for those of us with health anxiety and panic attacks about certain health issues, we can sometimes fear that we are dying. And when panic attacks happen, it feels like we are dying. And I don't want to talk about death today, but I do want to talk about the fact that everything ends. Every sensation, every relationship, every life, every thought, every feeling ends. And we can focus on the frightening or uncomfortable implications of that, but we can also focus on the encouraging implications of that truth. The encouraging implications being that no matter how afraid or uncomfortable we are right now, or no matter how much pain we're in, or how dissatisfied we feel, those feelings will stop. You will not always feel this fear. You will not always feel this anxiety. Those feelings have a beginning point and an end point. And let that comfort you. That if you are in the throes of something very difficult, very painful, very frightening, just know that it will end. What goes up must come down. What begins must end. You will feel better at some point, and worse again, and better, and life will have an ebb and flow. And there is no state of being that is permanent. And so, just as we can sometimes feel frustrated with the fact that we can't always feel happy, try to flip that coin and think that yes, happiness can be fleeting, joy can be fleeting, but the pain and the fear and the suffering is also fleeting. It will not stay forever. So with that in mind, if you are in that place, if you would characterize yourself as someone who is suffering today, I would encourage you to attempt to meditate on that, the temporal nature of suffering. That being said, I want you to relax and let me help you today. And maybe you're at a point right now where big thoughts, and heavy thoughts, and deep thoughts are very frightening. Or perhaps you just don't have the energy today. You're just not there. The fatigue is overwhelming. That is okay. You can be there today. And I will do the work for you. You don't need to bring energy to the table in this interaction. This interaction is not about you working. The work you do is outside of this place. In your day-to-day life and in your day-to-day interactions. That is where you do the work. But here, in this room, with me, I do the work. And all you do is accept that and accept this time and allow this to happen. That is all. You don't have to be in a great state of mind. You don't have to do a particular kind of meditation. You just have to be. And let me take care of you. And let me get some work done. I would challenge you today to contemplate how you feel as you start this session with me. And then contemplate how you feel after. And even if you only feel 1% more comforted, that's something. Something happened. And it's real. Feeling 1% better is feeling better. Feeling 10% better is feeling better. And I would encourage you to claim that. Let yourself say, I'm feeling better. If you are feeling better, even if it is in really small increments. Sometimes verbalizing things out loud can help us get to the place psychologically where we need to be in order to believe that we are okay. Anxiety tends to lie to us and say that we are not okay. Maybe that we are in danger, or that we are dying, or that we are doing very poorly, or that we are failing when we're not. And so it's important when we feel an improvement, when we feel at peace, that we really celebrate that, and that we answer anxiety. When anxiety says, you're not okay, you're doing poorly, you're unstable, you're afraid, you're failing, answer it. Don't just let it talk to you. Talk back. Say to it that, actually, I feel better right now. I feel more calm than I did 10 minutes ago, or more calm than I did yesterday. And actually, I'm doing a good job at work. I'm doing my best. I'm working very hard. And actually, I'm doing much better. I've been able to leave my house more. I've been able to go out with my friends. I've been able to create. And so I am accomplishing a great deal. Whatever it is for you. If it means that you were able to get out of bed today, then tell your anxiety that. If it's that you were able to run a marathon today, tell your anxiety that. Anxiety doesn't discriminate. It plagues people of all backgrounds and accomplishment levels and economic statuses. And so it doesn't matter where you're at, because anxiety lies. So whatever you're doing, whatever ways in which you are working or accomplishing or creating or being, celebrate that. Speak to your anxiety. Don't let it be a one-way conversation. And I know that some days we are too afraid to talk back to our anxiety. It just feels like anxiety has their foot on our necks. And those days happen. And that is when it is good to remember that days end. And that mornings come. And that new days start. And that kind of suffering is temporary. And when those things happen, when those days happen, it is good to have had meditated on the fact that suffering is temporary, that every state of being is temporary, every state of mind is temporary, so that you can comfort yourself and remind yourself of that reality at the worst times. And I do hope that this session was helpful for you, has been helpful for you. I hope you were able to take something away from us getting together today and you being here. I hope you were able to let me do the work and help you to feel more peaceful. And I hope that you have a wonderful week. And as always, I will see you next week. Bye.